Hello aspirants, today we are going to understand the ASER survey report 2020 and also understand how the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the rural education system from mains perspective. But before starting the class, let us look at this wonderful initiative by Unacademy Plus. Now see, Unacademy Plus is launching 100 plus free live special classes Carnival on 31st October 2020 from 8 am in the morning. You will be able to access India's top educators solving your doubts related to subjects, topics, syllabus and strategy in your UPSC journey. We have given the link to enroll in these few live lectures in the description box below the video. You can enroll today and enjoy your journey while solving all your doubts through special free lectures on Unacademy Plus. Don't forget to enroll. The classes will be live on October 2020 from 8 am in the morning. Now let's begin. Now see, what is ASER? Basically, it is the annual state of education report, which is a nationwide survey in the field of education. Right. This report is an yearly report and it was published in 2019 as well, and now we have the report for 2020. This report basically focuses on the access to rural education and learning outcomes, that how many students or how many children in the rural areas are able to have an access to education and thus determining the learning outcomes. It thus helps us understand the state of rural education in the country. Now see, India as a country needs to develop the rural side as well, because as per Mahatma Gandhi, our rural areas are the ones that are needed to be developed. So this report focuses on the state of education in the rural areas primarily, and it is a nationwide survey. Okay. Now, who conducts the survey or who carries out the survey? It is an NGO. It is an NGO Pratham, which has been carrying out this survey for the last 15 years. So 15 साल से ये जो सर्वे है ये चलता हम लोग करते आ रहे हैं ये सर्वे, या ये जो एनजीओ है प्रथम वो 15 साल से लास्ट 15 ईयर्स से ये सर्वे कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं. Thus it is an important tool for the policy makers of the country. तो अगर हम लोगों को पता होगा कि रूरल एरियाज में एजुकेशन का क्या स्टेटस है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग ही आगे पॉलिसीज बनाई जाएंगी ताकि रूरल एरिया के हर बच्चे तक एजुकेशन पहुंचाया जा सके. Now this year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the survey was conducted on phone with around 52,227 households. मतलब इतने सारे households में जाके ये सर्वे किया, जाके नहीं बेसिकली, क्योंकि पैंडेमिक सिचुएशन थी तो ये सर्वे फ़ोन पर ही कंडक्ट किया गया. और ये देखा गया, जो अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन है वो ये रही कि करीब 25 करोड़ स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उनको 7 महीनों में कोई एजुकेशन नहीं मिला है. तो हमने ये देखा कि किस कदर जो नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट है कोविड-19 का वो बच्चों पर पड़ा है, या जो स्टेटस है एजुकेशन का स्पेशली रूरल एरियाज में अगर बात करें तो वहाँ पर पड़ा है. अब हम लोग डिटेल्स देखेंगे, जैसे जो की फाइंडिंग्स हैं इस सर्वे की, दैट वी विल बी लुकिंग एट. Firstly, this is the data from the report itself, directly from the report itself. Now, what alarming thing we find here is कि ये देखा गया है कि नियरली 20% जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं या जो 20% बच्चे हैं रूरल एरियाज में, दे हैव नो एक्सेस टू टेक्स्ट बुक्स. राइट. नाउ सी, हम लोग इसमें क्या देख सकते हैं कि अगर गवर्नमेंट और प्राइवेट दोनों स्कूल्स को मिला लें तो हम लोग ये देख सकते हैं कि करीब 20% बच्चे हैं उनके पास टेक्स्ट बुक्स ही नहीं हैं. तो ये सबसे बड़ी बात होगी दैट it shows that they have a lack of access to learning material. लर्निंग मटेरियल ही नहीं है बच्चों के पास, तो इसीलिए जो लर्निंग एक्टिविटी है वो बहुत ज़्यादा नीचे चली गई है. क्यों? क्योंकि 25% बच्चे हैं जिनके पास टेक्स्ट बुक्स ही नहीं है पढ़ने के लिए, तो वो पढ़ाई कहाँ से करेंगे. Another key finding is that the pandemic perpetuated a learning divide due to the digital divide. Only 62% रूरल हाउसहोल्ड्स के पास सिर्फ जो स्मार्टफोन या लैपटॉप इस तरह के डिवाइसेस हैं. तो एक तरह से यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं कि लर्निंग डिवाइड जो है उसका एक रीजन क्या है, दैट इज द डिजिटल डिवाइड. सो लर्निंग which has been declining और which has declined due to the digital device, क्योंकि सिर्फ 62% रूरल हाउस होल्ड्स हैं जो कि एक या स्मार्टफोन या लैपटॉप जिनके पास है, उनके अलावा everyone else is deprived of such online learning platforms and material. So if they are deprived, definitely they won't be able to access the online learning platforms. Thus there is a wide gap which is profound in the rural area especially. So firstly, what did we see? That around 20% of the students or around 20% of the children in rural areas do not have access to any textbooks. They do not have textbooks at their home. And secondly, we saw that only 62% of the rural households have a smartphone or a laptop or such devices, and thus the remaining households are deprived of education via online learning platforms. Also, what we see, if we look at the enrollment ratio, the enrollment ratio has gone down since 2018. अब 2018 में अगर आप देखें तो 1.8% था अगर 6 to 10 years के बच्चों या फिर जो हम एज ग्रुप है, if we talk about the age group of 6 to 10 years, तो it was around 1.8% in 2018. जबकि अगर अभी बात करें तो जो एनरोलमेंट रेशियो है दैट इज और द एनरोलमेंट ऑफ चिल्ड्रन इनटू स्कूल्स हैज गॉन डाउन टू अराउंड 5.3%. तो जो 1.8% था वो अब 5.3% हो गया है. मतलब इतने बच्चों ने एनरोल ही नहीं करा. अराउंड 5.3% स्टूडेंट्स have not enrolled into schools of the age group 6 to 10 years. So this is also alarming क्योंकि अब अगर बच्चे enroll नहीं करेंगे schools में तो education naturally they will be deprived of education. They won't or they won't have any access to education. So this is also alarming. So इससे हमें ये पता चलता है कि जो COVID-19 pandemic है it has adversely affected the children in rural areas because of the various reasons such as the digital device or even the lack of access of textbooks or lack of textbooks at their home. So this is what we have found out from this survey. Also, one of the things that has been noted down or that has been found is that WhatsApp has been the most preferred learning platform. So WhatsApp has been the most preferred learning platform in rural areas. Why? Because firstly it is free and also it is one of the main reasons कि देखो WhatsApp एक तो freely available है like Zoom या जो other platforms है WebEx, Zoom, इस तरह के platforms के लिए आपको कोई amount pay करना पड़ता है, but WhatsApp is comparatively free. So this has been the most preferred learning platform in rural areas. So this is what we have found out from ASER report, that the pandemic has adversely affected the children in rural areas, and thus the policymakers need to look at the following data carefully. Thank you.